Today's video is sponsored by Teach Hanley.
All right, so you guys know every once in a while, I gotta throw you a little curveball aside from sneakers and show you some clothes. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite brands and my least favorite brands. And it's a little all over the place. I think fashion is an ongoing thing, and I always say this. It's like you can have so many sneakers, but if you look dusty, like it really doesn't matter. It's an era of fashion and kicks at the same time. Like once you can learn how to properly color block and find some brands that suit you, your body style, which it's an ongoing thing. And you know, some of these brands are probably gonna be a little expensive, but I will say, you guys know I'm a deal hunter. Like it all comes down to always getting the best deal. You can buy a designer. It's really easy. All you gotta do is have money, but patience and finding those deals, man, that's where it's really hitting. Like you're just not looking foolish out here in that $500 t-shirt that cost them like $10 to make, but you got it 60, 70, 80% off, right? So you guys know I'm always about that. But you know, let's just get into the list. We'll start with obviously being on the sneakerhead aspect. We have Nike, we have Adidas, and we have Puma, and I'll break down into those. It's kind of a hit and miss with what I like and don't like. Number one, Nike. It's Nike, bro. I mean, there's not really much to say. One thing I will say about Nike is I hate how the tech fleece shrinks. Like I've had so many pants, so many hoodies, and you know, I've washed them on cold. I've taken all the steps to properly care for my garments, and they still somewhat shrink, and you know, I air dry them, and it don't hit the same. And that really bothers me, especially being at the price point that Nike is. Some of their materials are premium at first, but then they just don't hold up very long. And I've noticed that with a lot of my Nike products, which is pretty disappointing. So I kind of have like a hate and love relationship with them. And then moving on to Adidas. Adidas is doing a really good job of pushing lifestyle with their human race concept. They have a lot of really great collaborations out there, and their garments seem to hold up very well. You always see discounts all the time, so I highly recommend always going with Adidas. So they're on my nice list. I don't really have like a least part with Adidas. But then moving on to Puma, who is just doing an excellent job at just executing every concept. The majority of garments, shorts, hoodies, shirts that I've gotten from them have all held up over the years, so I have no complaints about them, and obviously those being my top three somewhat sportswear niche brands, you know, for the sneakerheads. But obviously we like to stray away from that. You know, sometimes I don't want to wear Adidas and Nike. Sometimes you just want to, I don't even know how to put it, you know? Like sometimes I just don't want to wear Nike. I don't want to wear Adidas. I don't want to wear Puma. I want to wear Stoneline. You guys know I love Stoneline. Literally one of my favorite brands of all time. Really being when I was younger, I could never afford it. And then, you know, realizing that it goes on sale a lot. I have a few pieces, my favorite being like a hoodie. I love their t-shirts. I try to stick with a lot of the garments that are made in Italy. They just seem to hold up a lot better. So Stoneline is one of those things that can also be a hit and a miss. You know, they could be charging $500 for an item that was made in Vietnam, and I just don't agree with that. Now, as my style develops, one of the newest brands, not necessarily newest, but a brand that I've been buying a lot of and finding it on sale is actually All Saints. I love their button-ups, their crew necks. They just have so many great things, and the materials are honestly just premium. Now, a lot of products that they have are actually made in China, so I see why they have such deep discounts towards the end of the season, and that's typically when I decide to buy. Right now, you can find about 30, 40, even 50% off, maybe even 60 depending on what you're looking for. But here I got a few different button-ups that I want to show you guys from All Saints. Like I said, it's just a very like timeless style, and I don't know what material they use, but it's honestly just them vacation vibes, that premium tropical let's go to Cabo and just vibe feeling, you know what I mean? Like I love the brand so much, and I think it's something that I'll definitely be buying throughout the duration of my life. Now, as far as denim goes, my favorite pair of pants that I've probably had since 2018, ended up getting a newer pair just because I've worn them a lot, but my old pair is perfect. Like there was really no reason to buy another pair. I had a 36, so I ended up getting a 34 because that's my true waist, and it just fits a lot better. But Rag & Bone is phenomenal. Now these jeans right here on Essence right now are going for like 30-40% off. Typically they're like $200, so you can get them for like $134 right now, and that is a steal, guys. If you need a pair of black pants or really any color, go with the Fit One. I promise you, looks solid with Jordan 1s, man. It is just my go-to denim. It just feels so good. As stated at the beginning of the video, today's video is sponsored by Teach Hanley, and if you guys do not know, I've talked about this in a few other videos, but the ultimate complicated free, easy skincare routine for guys, man. Let me tell you, it's summertime. You need your skin to be busting. We gotta worry about no COVID. We out here just having fun. Man, take care of your skin. I think the hardest thing for us is just hygiene. Using a bar of soap and a washcloth isn't gonna help you. You need moisturizers, you need a serum, you need an eye cream, you need things that are truly going to hydrate your skin. You hydrate, you drink water, you need to do the same for your skin. Now basically with this routine, you get an entire kit. You guys can see to help men look and feel amazing. You have a ton of nice little uncomplicated products. It's gonna show you step by step, and even more importantly, you're gonna get a card that's gonna break down exactly how you should use the products every day. We have a morning and a night routine. It even gives you a breakdown of how much product you should be using every time. So we have a scrub for the AM, for the PM. And like I said, things are extremely simple. Guys, it doesn't get any easier than this. You got AM, PM wash, daily facial wash, a scrub, you have an eye cream, and more importantly, the super serum. I've honestly been lucky enough to have good skin, but I notice when I use products, it looks even more bussin', you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm getting a little bit older, I just realize how important, how vital it is to have good skin, especially being an online content creator. Even on the daily, like, girls be coming up to me like, man, your skin is bussin'. I don't really say that, but they be like, you got nice skin. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, you guys are gonna get the best possible price on the products. And on top of that, you'll get a free gift, all for $25. The thing I truly like about this is you just have complete control over your routine. You can really choose what it is that you want to use, bars. And with their worry-free membership, you can cancel anytime, get your refund, no hassles. It's just super flexible, and for someone like me that's really busy, that's perfect. So if you're interested in taking your skincare serious, click the link down below and get started. Here's a newer brand that I wanted to show you guys. It's called Beams Plus. It's actually made in Japan, really focused around the golden era of America. So, this is moving into more of a higher price range, I guess you could say. I ended up getting these on for sale, but this brand is so dope. I got 2 pairs of shorts, and I'm just loving the material. Number one, the first pair is almost a maroon, kind of military aspect of a nylon short. I ended up getting these in a medium. It's hot out here in these streets. We want the shorts above the knee. Keep it cozy, keep it cool. I wish that I could just like hand them to you through the screen because the quality is just so premium. I love it. Man, things made in Japan. Like, I feel like I'm learning to really appreciate the garments, right? Like, shoes are one thing. They're typically cheaply made synthetic materials, but as far as clothing and garments, depending on where it's made, it can be truly premium, and you just kind of get this appreciation for like high quality stuff because it really does last you a lifetime. And I feel like for a lot of clothes, if you can find timeless pieces, you're good to go. I mean, it's about as simple as that. And I love the patterns that they put on these. You guys can see these beach shorts. Oh my God, bro, these slap. And even down to the button-ups that I got. Like, I love the print. One being that yellow where I felt like this really busting on my skin. And I got the other kind of Indian inspired carpet. Beams just does a really good job of focusing on that like good old-fashioned American style, and I just really dig it. Now, a few other pieces that I really liked is Theory, a great brand. A lot of their stuff is made in Portugal, so Portugal is a good look. We can kind of talk about like places and things to look for as far as like looking in the tag and seeing the garment. Where it's made kind of tells you a lot for the most part. Other than that, the other few brands that I've really loved is Montclair. I got a few garments from them. You guys know I love my CP company. Excellent. Kind of like a, not necessarily, I don't want to say cheaper alternative to Stone Island, but kind of like as far as sales go. The real focus and way to afford these things is truly just to wait for sales. Buy things at a season. You see a fire like jacket that's made by a brand that you really love and it's 60% off, just buy it because you'll wear it during the winter. And that's just kind of how it goes. When it's winter time, try to think fast forward, or kind of buy pieces that will be versatile within time, something that's not fast fashion, right? And we'll get into that whole fast fashion concept. But I mean, as far as brands that I feel like are my least favorite and that I've grown out of is number one being Supreme. I was really heavily into Supreme for a while, and I think it was more so of the hype. I do love the culture of Supreme and kind of the collaborations that they do. Not saying it's not excellent, but not necessarily something that I want to spend my money on. And then the other thing that I used to love was G-Star. I love their cargos. I think more so me upgrading into the Stone Island aspect, CP company, G-Star just don't be hitting for me anymore. And especially after Pharrell ended up, that partnership was no longer, I was kind of more so a fan of G-Star because of Pharrell. Other than that, I'm not that much of a fan of their clothes anymore. And another brand that I used to wear all the time is BBC, Billionaire Boys Clothing. Something you probably won't ever catch me in. I've sold a majority of my stuff. I still have other items in my closet that I want to sell. Just not something that really appeals to me these days. It honestly be like that sometimes. I'm trying to think what else is kind of like my least favorite. Off-White. I remember buying some Off-White stuff on sale. Totally just way overpriced for no reason. I don't understand it. Not to say that they don't do a good job. It's just one of my least favorite brands. What else do we have? I used to buy 10 Not Deep. Really a fan of that anymore. No specific reason. Just didn't like the way it fit. A lot of the garments didn't hold up very well. If you can't tell, a lot of the clothes that I'm picking up kind of recently and, you know, in recent years is more so stuff that I just can wear for a lifetime if I chose to, or pieces that, you know, I got a heavy discount on and they are fire and I could wear them multiple times and sell them and get my money back. I think there's a lot of value in that. Personally, I like to keep my clothes nice. I'm not really one to like destroy stuff. I have clothes for that. I'll go to Costco or I'll go to Sam's Club and buy like some cheap t-shirts just because I know I'm about to just ruin them, you know what I mean? But as far as like slowly building just kind of a very timeless, but versatile wardrobe, if that makes sense. And I think another thing that, you know, is for a time and a place is fast fashion wardrobe. I've worked with tons of fast fashion brands previously, and it's just one of those things where it's like if you have a specific occasion, maybe you're going on a quick vacation and you know you need some just cheap shirts, then it's perfect for that. But I mean, long term, a lot of that stuff just never holds up and it just goes with the trends in and out. So it's just one of those things that I'm a little iffy on, but there's a time and a place for it. So let me know what you guys thought about this video. I know it's very different, but I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, my style and how it's developed and, you know, things that I'm into. It intrigues me, and I also want to just know how to put things together better, especially when it comes to being a sneakerhead. It's like, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, what's the point of having all these shoes if you can't really like be fresh with it? You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. What are you guys wearing these days? I'd love to know. What are your favorite brands? Let me know down below in the comments. But this is your boy Sneaker Life, man. Much love. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys could hit that thumbs up, I definitely would appreciate it. But I'll catch you in the next one. Running.